We've done something a little crazy. I think we've gone insane. We just bought ourselves 43 acres of ex-forestry land. The ground is really rough. It's had some big bulldozers through and they have pulled up all the dirt and all the plants. But it was affordable and it's 43 acres. When we first moved here, I said to Matthew, I'm never moving again. We have a cemetery that backs onto the property down the bottom. And I said, when I die, just roll me down the hill and into a hole. I am not moving. Famous last words. I have had the feeling for a long time now that what I've been doing here isn't actually for my benefit. And at the time I thought maybe it was because I assumed that the children would take over from us. But it has become more and more clear as we've gone along that this is actually getting prepared for someone else that needs this place. I don't know who that person is, and I'm hoping that they will come to us sooner rather than later. So I don't know who you are or where you are, but this place is ready for you to walk into and pick it up from where we're leaving it off. I have planted the garlic ready for the springtime, and I'm going to keep treating the gardens as if they're my own until the time that we move out. With all the craziness that's going on in the world at the moment, I am fully aware that there is probably someone out there that needs this place. And I have the skills and resources to be able to go and start again. But not everyone has that knowledge. And to know that they're walking into a functioning system. And that's exactly what we have here. It's already pre-planned, it's already pre-designed. The infrastructure is in place for someone to come and pick it up. When we started talking about moving, I was actually really devastated at the thought, but also logically it does make sense for us. We're hoping to be able to sell here and get rid of our mortgage. And what our plans are is to move into a tiny little off-grid makeshift cabin, which one day will become our barn. But for now, it will be where we live while we save up some money and build ourselves an off-grid house. My priorities will be 1, to get ourselves a cabin to live into. 2, to get our new tunnel house and our veggie gardens up and functioning. And then 3, get some perimeter fencing in so we can get some animals on that property as soon as possible. What we're waiting for at the moment is for the surveyors to come and peg out the perimeter. And at that point, we can close the sale finally and we can get the bulldozer in to help start working on the soil. I'm super excited being able to apply my design knowledge to this big section, and we're planning on putting in lots of swales and some ponds. There's already a road along the ridgeway, and so we'll get that properly developed. Then we're going to do rotational grazing out on the pasture, which doesn't even exist yet, but we have plans. We have so many plans. But what we need first is this bulldozer to come in and try and level this place out a little bit. I'm really against destroying the ground too much, and too much disruption is bad, but I feel like if we can do it once, do it right and set it up and then get it oversown in some pasture, preferably before this gorse gets too much bigger, and then we will have a really good foundation to get started from. It genuinely makes me sad thinking about leaving this place. We've put our heart and soul into it for the last 6 years. There's so many things here that I have thought about for so long and saved up money and put them in, and there are things like the hazelnut trees I think are going to fruit for the first time. Do you call nuts fruiting? I'm not sure. But I think they're going to make nuts for the first time this season. And I picked my first bucket of quince off my quince bush, and all of those things we're going to be leaving behind. But also there's the excitement of a new adventure and a new part of our life, and 43 acres is huge. It's actually huge, and my kids are super excited about it, and the older kids are really keen to put in tiny houses, so we'll probably build a smaller main house and then build them cabins, which to start with will just be bedrooms, but they'll have the opportunity to develop those into tiny houses as they get older. And we'll make them so that they're transportable. So if they decide to move or they want to be further away from the main house, then they'll have those options. I have recently bought a 21 metre, I think, by 5 metre. I can't remember how big that is. I want to say 14 by 16 feet, something like that. Tunnel house, which I'm super excited about, and it has arrived. So we just need this bulldozer to hurry up and level out some land so we can get it up. I really want it up before our springtime. We're maybe halfway through autumn now, heading into winter, so my aim is to have it up and ready for planting in springtime. I think I might do a separate video on planning out the layout of this property to show you what I'm planning on doing, because I feel like it's something I should do on my laptop. I've put together a file that you just like an aerial view of what you can see and where I'm planning on putting stuff. So I might do a separate video on that, because this one's getting quite long already. We're going to do a bit more vlog style content, as well as keeping up with some of the more informational stuff that we do. We figure what better way to teach how to start a homestead than actually starting from scratch ourselves. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm really excited about our new property, and I'm hoping that you'll follow along with our journey. And if you want to follow along, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and it'll let you know every time we bring out a new video. And if there's any questions you have or any bits you'd like to know more about our new property, or even about our old property that we currently still live in, please put them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them, or maybe even do a video about them. In the meantime, check out these other videos about planning your properties, and I will see you in the next one.